Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Idiot Investor. I'm Justin. I'm going to go over some resources today that you can use during investing. So, I have lots of apps, lots of websites queued up and ready to go, so we're just going to go through some of those. First one is ETF.com. It's a great place to find the expense ratio, the quality, the holdings of an ETF. So it gives you a rating here, kind of what segment it is. It's a large cap, its competitors. Gives you a description. You can go look at the chart. Expense ratio here. It's an open-ended fund. You can see the yield here is 1.88. Number of holdings 500 in the S&P 500, 516. You can see that it's sector breakdown, which can be really helpful depending on what you need. If you need more tech or you need more telecom. You can see the exact holdings. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon being the largest by far. And again, expense ratios. You can see all sorts of cool stuff here. Next one I'm going to show you is oldnasdaq.com. I use this to find the ex-div dates of stocks. So I'll go to Pepsi. You can go to the summary quote. Okay. See the bid ask. 1 year target. I guess that's an analyst target. Today's high and low, share volume, blah blah blah, high and low, market cap, PE, forward PE. It's always good to look forward. Earnings per share, the dividend, you can see, they're paying less than 100%. Ex-div date was 6/4/2020, which is actually today. Payment date 6/30/2020, 2.88% yield. Pretty good. You can go down to dividend history and see every dividend is paid out for years and years and years since 2000. Alright, so that's oldnasdaq.com, old.nasdaq. Next one is stockcharts.com. You can use this to get the simple moving average, the RSI, and the MACD. It's all very important stuff you should know and look up on Investopedia.com, which is another resource I want to talk about. But right here, interestingly, the S&P has been popping off the 20-day simple moving average. So I just do this. There's all sorts of stuff you can add. Simple moving, that's mostly what I use. I use the 20 or the 200. I was using the 300-day moving average when shit was going down, because that was a better, more accurate mark of when to buy. But you can see it bounced off here. 20-day moving average bounced off here, 20-day. Interestingly, the 200-day barely moved because we went down and up so fast. But I really like this. Sometimes it'll help me find exactly what strike price I should be using or when to get in and out of a stock. It's important to know and do some research on. This one's important. Morningstar research. You can get this for free using your library card information. So you just put in look up Morningstar Library Research Center, and you should find it for your local area. This has all sorts of great stuff for stocks. Let's just use Pepsi again. We'll search for Pepsi. Okay, right here gives you what they think is fair value. They think right around 140. Right now it's 130. They give you, price, 1-star price, 5-star price. They got a wide moat, which is great. Exemplary stewardship. You can see price versus fair value here. You can see it kind of tracks together. You can see analyst notes. We got, the other stuff that we had on old NASDAQ. It tells you what it is: large cap value, 3.08 dividend, 23 forward PE. Okay, you can see some, okay, that's a bunch of investment words. That was a terrible phrase, I'm sorry. Price to earnings, price to sales, price to cash flow, price to book. Those are all things you should probably look up. I haven't bothered, honestly. Return on equity. Yeah, that's an important one. Should all look all these words up on Investopedia.com. Okay. See the cash flow, balance sheet. It gives you great breakdowns. Maybe I'll go over this more one day. This is an important one, the payout ratio percentage for the dividend. You want it to be less than 60. Right now it's 70. Not terrible. You can see what funds are buying it, which one has the highest number of shares held. So the highest would be the Vanguard Total Stock Market, and then the 500, the Qs, SPY, so just SP 500. Says consumer defensive, high yield stock type, gives you the fiscal year end, all sorts of good stuff. I like to use my stocks portfolio. You can type in exactly when you got the stock and what price, and it tracks all that. Works very well. And it gives you a nice little widget on the home screen. You got Robinhood, Schwab, and Vanguard. Those are kind of, other than Robinhood, those are the main investment individual resources, individual accounts, retirement accounts, stuff like that. There's other smaller ones like E-Trade and I think that's pretty much it. You can go to Wall Street Bets. It's always fun. You can see all the retards blowing their money. You know what I'm saying? It's good stuff. Good stuff. Usually some information, but just mainly memes I go there for. Podcasts. Lots of great podcasts to listen to. I suggest Invest Talk. That's Colin's show. Market Foolery. They kind of hype up stocks. So if you don't like that, they're kind of Jim Cramer like. Well, they'll talk about it, but they'll talk positively or negatively about it, and they'll suggest things. If you don't want to be suggested to, don't go to them. But it's pretty entertaining. Marketplace is stories and about investing and the market, and it's a good podcast. Planet Money, another economic podcast. The Indicator is a spin-off from Planet Money, 10-minute episodes. So those are pretty much the podcasts I listen to. I don't really go on YouTube much for investing information. I go to CNBC and Google News for the news stuff. This is another good one. Morningstar.com/markets. Shows you how the stock market did today in all the markets. Mid cap, small cap, NASDAQ, value, growth, the individual sectors, healthcare, utilities, tech, active movers, gainers and losers. So I used to use this regularly before. Markets just got crazy and it wasn't even worth watching. Shit's so wild. It'll drive you crazy. You can see gold and platinum and silver and the international stuff. So that's pretty much it. I'm Justin with Idiot Investor. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. All right, bye-bye.